all have this phrase every now and then: records are made to be broken. And yes, this statement is very much true most of the time. But sometimes some records are just exceptional. And whenever we hear about these records, we're left in a state of shock. And when I listen to these records, I just go like, what? How? Is it even possible? Football is no different from other sports, and it also has its own set of records, and every now and then some exceptional players come and they break these records. But sometimes some records are too much of a hassle. I mean, what could you possibly do to achieve this kind of thing? Today we're talking about 7 football records that'll never be broken. So let's gear up and wear out jerseys and find out what these records are. On number 7, we got the most goals scored in one calendar year. This record was previously held by Gerd Muller at Bayern Munich. He scored 85 goals in 60 appearances in 1972 when he played for West Germany and Bayern Munich. He had this record for 40 years. And yes, we know that 40 years is a long period of time. And when everyone thought that this record could never be broken, a player came and conquered the field. This player rules the field with his exceptional skills and his intelligence. And if you haven't figured it out yet, then I'm talking about the GOAT himself, Lionel Messi. And before you guys start fighting over the comments that Ronaldo is the real GOAT, yes he is. They both are. Now don't get started on only one can be GOAT. End of discussion, period. So, after 4 decades of this record, Messi broke, and he set such a standard that I don't think anyone would ever be able to break it. He scored a total of 91 goals. Shocking, right? The more surprising thing is he scored that many goals with just 69 appearances. I know my male audiences like this number, you dirty minds. It's an average of 1.31 goals per match. He scored 59 goals in 38 La Liga matches, 5 goals in 8 Copa del Rey matches, 2 goals in 2 Supercopa outings, and then 13 goals in 12 UEFA championships. And then he scored 12 goals for his country, which is Argentina, as we all know. This brings us to the massive total of 91 goals in one calendar year. This record has been in place for almost 10 years now, and I don't think anyone out there will break it soon. On number 6, we got someone who could have saved the Titanic. No, I'm kidding, but this was the Twitter said on the day when this record was made. I believe that one of the most challenging jobs in the field is of a goalkeeper. I mean, have you ever looked at that massive goalpost? You look so tiny in front of it, and players can shoot anywhere. The ball can come from any direction, and your job is to keep it out of the post. It's a tough job as you are at the last line of defense, and if you fail, you have to pay a hefty price. But my man Tim Howard shocked everyone when he set this record. The record is for most saves in a World Cup match. He managed to save the ball from going inside a total of 16 times. Yes, that's a considerable number. It's so insane, but he's also not a god, and Belgium was able to score 2 goals against him. The sad part is that even after doing something so extraordinary, the USA still lost the match. The result was 2-1, and Belgium won. Tim said, "I mostly felt sadness and anger in an interview, some numbness. Well, this should not be the world of a man that did everything that he could for his country. But you, my guy, earn our respect, and your name will go down in history." On number 5, we have something extraordinary. Don't get me wrong, everything on this list is extraordinary, but this one, oh god, I don't think anyone can ever beat this one. A record like this is only created when the fortune is with you, but it wasn't pure luck. There was a tremendous amount of skill involved in this. It's a record of scoring the fastest hat trick. What do you think? How fast can someone consecutively score 3 goals? Lock your answers in your head as I will reveal the answer in 3, 2, 1. 90 seconds! I bet you didn't see that one coming. I also didn't see the breakup coming when she dumped me, so I feel you, my mate. So yes, the fastest hat trick ever scored was just in 90 seconds. This record is held by Tommy Ross. He scored these goals when he was playing for Ross Country against Iron Country in 1964. Unfortunately, Tommy Ross died at the age of 71 in 2017, but this record is still there. And I can say with pride that no one would ever be able to break it. This record has been there for almost 58 years now. That's some achievement. As we're talking about age, it brings me to my next record. How long do you think a player can play? After a certain amount of time, everyone declares their retirement, right? It is logical that in the industry of sports, age can be a significant factor, and you can't play forever. But today I'm going to talk about the oldest professional football player, and this guy is just slightly younger than my grandmother. And she can't play, so it's something to consider. I'm talking about Ezeldin Bahadin, an Egyptian football player who is now 76 years old, and he broke the record of the oldest active football player when he was 74. He was born in 1945, and God, that's a record. Well, he achieved this with a pure power of will. That was the only thing that was driving him, and of course, the love for the game too. I wish this guy a happy life. Playing at the age of 74 is not an easy deal. On number 3, we have a goal. I know the main motto of the game is to score the goal only, but it isn't a regular goal. It's special. It's the longest headed goal ever scored. Now, this may sound ridiculous to many of you, but it is indeed true. This headed goal was scored by John Samuelson. He scored the goal from an insane distance of 58.13 meters. It was from the half. The only way it was possible was because the keeper was gone for the corner kick and Samuelson managed to head back and attempted a clearance. But he scored and got his name written down in history. This is something that could never be repeated, and this record will always be there. Now, moving on to number 2, the worst thing that can happen on the field is you getting a red card. Most referees use the yellow card, but if you get a red card, you must have done something really bad. So, what do you think? How many red cards can a referee give in a match? Well, the record of the most red cards in a single match is something that can never happen again. Referee Damien Urbino sent off every single player, substitute, and member of the coaching staff due to a mass brawl. On that day in 2011, he gave 36 red cards. That's the record, and there is no way that two teams will ever be dumb enough to challenge that record. Now, let's talk about the last record that can never be broken. It's the longest goal ever. This is a record that was set in the previous year in 2021. The goalkeeper of Newport Country, Tom King, holds this record. It happened when he scored a goal during a goal kick. He scored the goal where the post was 96.01 meters away. The previous record was 91.9 meters, and it got broken by a goal to a goal kick. Well, there's almost no chance that someone else can do this ever again. It is hard. And no, that's what she said joke over here. Still, I cracked it. This is something that'll be down in history forever. Now, you tell us down in the comments which one is your favorite. This was all for today. But as there's always something more to learn about football, here are some videos you can see. On the left, we have 5 weird accessories that football players use. And on the right, we have 5 moments when players lose their control in football. I look forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.